Hello, internet humans. I was looking for old, like, 80s and 90s basic programming adventure game books. I have something like this, one of these, apparently there's multiple. I have one of these that I bought from a half-price books, so I was just kind of, like, looking for things that would be cheap to grab. But also, I found a place, this company, well, not this company, but this company released some of their old 80s books on programming. I haven't really read any of these, but I thought it'd be interesting to go through. And I also ended up finding, I was looking for certain books. I saw this one on this Scribed website. I haven't used it before, I just signed up for the free trial just to download a couple of these. But in the related items, this book came up, and this is actually a book I had, and that's exactly like why I signed up for the thing, because I've tried to look for this book in the past, but like I had it pretty early and I didn't remember much about it. I basically remembered it was a pink book and it was about basic. I believe it was basic programming type of stuff. So also just looking up adventure games, basic 80s, 90s, like you're not going to get every possible thing that there was. But I just wanted to go through some of these and maybe even rewrite them in C++. Also, yeah, I mean, I just love these old books. So, the imagination machine. A computer is an imagination machine. Yeah, so I'm not gonna, like, read through the entire book. Oh, here's it talking about, like, adventure games. Like most of the adventure games that have followed, the Crowther and Woods adventure begins by telling the player where they are and what is visible. The opening description in the original adventure goes something like this. Yeah, so just like this thing of making your own text adventure, I guess it talks about just how it works. Oh, and then possibly like covering basic commands, which I don't know what an AB. Oh, is that just the name of their array? They're making an array? Okay. Declare. It's been a long time since I've used BASIC. This is just an array as well? Okay. What's the difference with the $sign? For list of room names, this tells us it's a string array. Okay, so this is just creating all of the data. So we have... What is this array? You are in your living room. You are... Oh, okay, okay. This is just the literal array of data. I was wondering, maybe there's a place where it just has all of the code all together in one spot, but I think this is just stepping through how it works. Like, here's a comment. Print, you are at wherever the heck you're at. Return! And all of that things. And then we go to sub... Like, what is it called? It's a function. Subroutine. And go through different things. What room would you like to go to? Getting your bearings. Is this where we implement look? Oh, look, hey, there's a map. North, south, east, west, up, down. And... oh yeah, the indexes of where each one would go. All of the data! I would just store this all in a text file at this point. I know we've done a text adventure in the past. Let's see. Filling the world with objects. Ooh, here's all the data. I don't know what dia box... Okay, maybe the name for short. Data. An old diary. Dia. 1. Rim object. Okay. Rim. Okay, so reading BASIC is, like, so weird to me, but I'm sure in the larger context of things I can figure out what it's saying. The parser! Got a... ooh. This is very pretty. No, I know I can parse the things. I'm sure as a kid, like, I know I didn't really get into this book or try to program things, even though I did have a version of BASIC, but I would have been like, what the heck is this? In BASIC, I mostly just made Mad Libs, because I didn't really understand, like, if statements and loops and subroutines. I don't know how to do that yet. Man. I don't like seeing the go-tos. That's not what I want to see. But, you know, this is BASIC. So this book is all just one game. How to do a adventure game. Doing more verbs. Did any kid actually, like, implement this stuff? Sodium chloride is common table salt. If it's not bought, then print you can't pour that. If object 3 is not R and object 3 is not -1, then print you don't have the salt. Oh, it's even like different states, like the salt has already been poured, or you don't have the bottle, or you don't have salt. Interesting. So maybe there's an explosion, everything goes black, suddenly you are somewhere else. There's no tree here. Lad. The ladder sinks under your weight. It disappears into the ground. I wonder if that's like a death state. Or like a old Sierra, you lost the game, but you can keep playing, but you lost it and you can't win. Ah, the finishing touches. Ah, this is the beginning. All your life you had heard the stories about crazy Uncle Simon. He was an inventor who kept disappearing for long periods of time, never telling anyone where he had been. You never believed the stories, but when your uncle died and left you his diary, you learned that they were true. Your uncle has discovered a magic land and a secret formula that could take him there. In that land was a magic ruby, and his diary contained the instructions for going there to find it. Oh, here we go. Here's the whole game. Oop, oop. Oh, wait, another game? The quest. The skeleton adventure game. Oh, I think it's not a game about skeletons. It is the adventure game base, so you can write your own. Okay, I was like, a bonus game about skeletons? Yeah! Okay, let's try to implement this one. I don't know how long it'll take. I don't know if I should just verbatim translate it to C++, because that would be really gross. Or, you know, write it in a good way. Alright, I'm gonna get started. I'm listening to this. You can't hear it, but I'm listening to some DOS music while I work. And I guess I'll have to edit in something else to make this less boring sounding afterwards. Something that won't get me, you know, copyright flagged. Okay, so the quest. The quest. From... Okay, this is page 72. Put... Also, as a side note, I'm going to put this in a repository as well, so if I do any more of these, they'll all go here. So I'll have a link in the description. From Christopher Lampton's How to Create Adventure Games book. A computer awareness first book. Let's just put, published in 1986. What is the publisher? I don't know. Okay, well, that's what we'll do. Okay, page, was it 97? No, not 97, 79? See, I'm really bad at remembering numbers. Okay. So we're gonna first need to initialize some data. The quest, an adventure game. Put a statement here to clear the screen if you're using. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to have to do is figure out basically where the start of functions are going to be. Because there's not really any functions, you just have these line numbers. So I'm going to create a functions.hpp file. Maybe we'll not do this in an object-oriented way. We'll just kind of have functions over here and then have the game loop in the other side. Okay, let's include IOStream. I don't know if we'll really need anything else. We'll put these in here because these will probably deal with those as well. So, again, here's some variables. I don't know what these variables mean, but I guess I'll figure them out from context, or I can go back and reference the program earlier. So we don't really need a please stand by. It's not going to take very long for the program to initialize, but oh man, can I split screen this? Okay, maybe I'll open a second version of this file so that I can read. Oh, no, come on. Give me both. We're trying it this way. Okay, I opened another... No! Okay, well, that's annoying. Okay, so let's say this is line 25,000. I don't know what this does, so we'll rename that a little later. We're gonna need several of these. So void setup 2, line 26,000, line 27,000, void setup 3. Okay, initialize the arrays. So from here we would call setup 1, setup 2, setup 3, but then I need to go down here. We're also going to have execute introductory sequence. Let's say line 30,000, void intro sequence. Okay, we're just gonna start with these. If nr equals 0, then return. Dang it. Gonna have to look up what nr is. Maybe I don't know, I feel like I should print this part, but then you wouldn't be able to see it. Can I look up nr? nr should be equal to the number of rooms. Okay, okay. So we're gonna have, let's kind of keep a list of things. nr equals number of rooms in game. So let's go back down to 25,000. Int number of rooms. I don't know what it is for the adventure game, but we called it, right? Oops. Oh man. I need this open multiple times. I need a split screen. So we're gonna have 19 rooms. We'll just create these variables and I'll rename them once I figure out what they are. So here we're gonna pass in, well, we're gonna call these, and we're gonna have arrays for things. So, number of rooms. And we're probably gonna have to initialize some sort of array. So DI is a string directions, I guess. So let's do, this is the NO variable, or no, this is the NR variable. This is the no variable, this is the nud variable, and this is the ni variable. Very useful. So I think those are all for array sizes of arrays. Directions, size, what is it? Or maybe commands, but something. As a side note, this song goes through my head a lot, and I end up humming it, and then I feel really weird humming it out in public, but like literally no one recognizes it. But it's so catchy. Da 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 da. Okay. I think we're gonna pass in directions. And possibly map name, I think, maybe. Well, it has an I and a J. It's a 2D array, huh? Yes, okay. But why? Okay, let's go look for Ma. Maybe I should actually skim through here so I can at least create all the variables I need. Maybe that would be a good plan. Because otherwise I'm going to be scrolling back and forth constantly. Don't you love old programming when everyone used, like, terrible variable names? Okay, here we go. First thingy. $. Our $sign is going to be the names of the rooms. Okay. So, room names. This is our $sign. I'm going to make this a const int. And we can go ahead and do a setup subroutine here. This is 2700 actually, so we can go ahead and do that. Setup room names. So we will pass in the int number of rooms, string room names, and set these up. So, well, we don't really need the number of rooms because these are all hard-coded. We don't care. Room names 1. Should I make these all caps, you think? I mean, that would be more true to the game. Actually, can I copy paste these? Whee! Okay, set up some room names. We don't need to return. Print out a description of the current room. Okay, so this is line 691. Void print room description, string room names, and string or int current room. You are room names current room. Cool. So we'll need a variable for that also. Int current room. This is R. So that is this part setting up. Dim room array 20 for some reason. Oh, and this is just like test code. What would you like described? And validating that you entered the right index, so you don't go outside of bounds of the array. Wait, what is 60? Oh, it's going back up there. Never mind, that's a loop. Home, CLS. I can do a clear command, actually. I just need to stop by my repository, look up CPP utilities. Come on, where are my CPP utilities? Oh. What do I have it under? String utility? Menu, maybe? Okay, so here's where I put my press a key to continue and my clear screen functionality for C++. We're just gonna throw it in here. So that would be, I don't know what clear 2000 means, but okay. Storage space for all the text strings. Chapter 3, Map on Paper. We'll just take a screenshot, copy it to the clipboard, throw it in Glimpse, and we'll go put it over in here. In case we need that for reference later. In the same way, the garage is not connected to the open field because you can only get between these two places by mixing the magic formula, not by going in a direction. The way in which rooms are connected on the map is important. We must tell the computer about this imaginary world. This requires we use a two-dimensional array. Why do you need a two-dimensional array? I mean, I guess you can, it's fine. Okay, so this would be our map. What is this? It's an array called MA. I guess just map. Well, no, that doesn't work. Map rooms. Oh wait, I don't want to overdo that. String map rooms. This is MA. 0 to 19 and 0 to 5. Is this like the... I'm a little confused. Why are they doing it this way? Oh! To correspond to directions? Here, let's do this. 0 north. So is this going to be the number of rooms by the number of directions? Number of directions? I think. Oh, is this an array of neighbors? Okay, so it's the map and then the direction. So we have an array of like what the neighbor is based on that. Okay, I think I get it. At the start of the adventure game program, we must call a subroutine that fills in all these values. Okay. So this one, 2500, let's say set up neighbors. So we need the map. This is actually going to be like map neighbors, I think. And this is an integer. So I believe this would be like map neighbors at position 1, the living room. Its north neighbor is number 4, the front yard. So we'll just write it as map number 1's 0 north neighbor is map number 4. Okay. So now we get to set these up. Whee! You know what? I could do a define, but we're gonna do a enum directions. Let's also initialize the entire array to be zeros at first, so I don't have to do this manually. And if we wanted to, we could also make this an enum, but that would make it more hard-coded and less customizable. So I'm kind of debating whether I would want to do that or not. So maybe we'll just leave it like this. Because otherwise, like, you'd have to update the whole enum just to do this sort of thing. If you wanted to go in and customize it to make your own text adventure, you can do that. Okay, so then we got kitchen only has 1 neighbor to the west. Library only has 1 neighbor to the north. Front yard has 2 neighbors. Okay, that is all of the rooms, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna have a special meaning for 128. So we have all of that. Oh, here's how setting all of that up. Ooh, that's so not readable. Okay, well, you know, let's go. Following routine adds the maps. DI is directions, but I have that up here. I guess I could also make an array to easily get that stuff. Directions. Yeah, this is DI. So this will be north, south, east, west, up, down.